International Cooperative Alliance and the European Research Institute on Cooperative and Social Enterprises have presented the 7th Annual World Cooperative Monitor Report on 20th January. This publication reports on the world's largest cooperative and mutual organizations, providing rankings of the top 300 cooperatives in the world. This year's results show the largest organization in the cooperative movement performing well, with only slight variations to the top position across the sectors. In the top 300 based on the ratio of turnover over gross domestic product per capita ranking, reintroduced this year, IFFCO is at the top and Amul is at the second rank from India. The ratio of turnover over GDP is not intended to compute the contribution of each enterprise to the national GDP, but rather to relate the turnover of the enterprise to the wealth of the country. This new addition to the WCM report takes a look at how the largest cooperative enterprise and mutuals in the world are moving towards achieving. The developed world accused India of impacting global warming with its large population of bovine cattle, as well as protecting its agriculture market and farmers through stringent market access. On the other hand, they offer a slew of subsidies to their dairy farmers under different names and under a different trade pacts with EU under CETA. Marie-Claude Vibio, Ministry of Agriculture and Agri-Food, announced that Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada has mailed letters to all dairy producers that gives them directions on how to access the second payment under the Dairy Direct Payment Program. Dairy farmers will receive, on the basis of their milk quota, cash payments of $468 million in 2021, $469 million in 21-22, and $468 million in 22-23. This step builds on the minister's announcement on November 28, 2020 to deliver the promised full and fair compensation valued at $1.75 billion to dairy producers for the market access concessions made under the Canada-European Union Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement CETA. Companies selling soy and almond milk have started replacing the word milk with beverage or drink. To comply with the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India's proposed regulation, which said the term milk can only be used if the product is derived from cows and buffaloes. Life Health Foods, which sells 4 to 5 million liters of almond and soya milk under the So Good brand, said it has started rolling out the new packaging after replacing the term milk with beverage. Plant-based beverage term is going to be an added advantage as India is a vegetarian country and the term has a positive connotation in terms of ecology and value system. Borges India, which sells almond, coconut, hazelnut, walnut and rice-based drinks under the Borges Natura brand, is using the term drink rather than milk. India's $20 million USD plant-based beverage market, with a hefty growth rate of 25 to 30% annually, is gaining popularity and looking forward at foreign investment to the tune of $200 million US or 1,500 crore rupees. Is introducing its EcoHot Pro product family, a new monopet pot range for hot food applications developed to allow high temperature sterilization. High temperature sterilization is an important feature in many dairy categories and requires packaging to withstand temperatures of up to 120 degrees centigrade. The new EcoHot Pro pot range is based on Fair's CPET technology, which allows it to meet these requirements. The pots are made from up to 75% of recycled post-consumer content without the company says compromising on food safety or any other functional property. They can be recycled after use. Customers can choose from a range of shapes, cut sizes and colors, including white. EcoHot Pro can also be combined with the Evolve by Fair's concept, where no extra colors are added to the recycled content the pots are made from. Fair said that it has launched a number of product range. As per Shri R.S. Sodhi, more Indians now prefer buffalo milk over cow milk, with many farmers opting to engage in buffalo milk production, and nearly all of this milk comprises the A2 protein. Mr. Sodhi dismissed worries that Indian milk comprises the less healthy A1 protein. A2 milk marketing gimmick came from New Zealand as the market was saturated there, so they brought this term to bring exclusivity to their product. Be assured that in India, what you are drinking is A2 milk, as all buffalo and indigenous cow milk is 100% A2 milk. He added that 90% of milk in India is A2 milk, and the premium on A2 milk is just marketing genius without additional health or nutritious benefit. According to the 20th Livestock Census of 2019, the buffalo population in India has grown from 10.5 crore in 2007 to 10.9 crore in 2019, while indigenous cow population fell from 15.1 crore in 2012. Prices are not following seasonal trend, though the milk production also tends to rise during winters when calvings by buffaloes peak. Dairies are now paying more for milk during the current flush season, even as prices of dairy products have firmed up. And if international market trends are any indication, they look set to climb further. Maharashtra dairies are procuring cow milk at Rs 27 to 28 per litre compared to Rs 24 to 25 in September and Rs 18 to 20 in July. Hardening of milk price is nevertheless unusual at this time. The calving seasons for animals, when more milk starts flowing from their udders, generally begins from September. That is when temperature and humidity levels drop, alongside improved fodder cum straw availability from the monsoon rains and harvesting of the kharif crop. The calvings peak in the winter and continue till March-April before the onset of summer. The unseasonal supply crunch being seen at present is basically a lagged effect of the COVID-19 induced lockdown that forced the closure of hotels, restaurants, hostels and canteens. Price index increased by 4.8% to reach a level of $3,593 per metric ton during January 21 event at GDT. Skim milk powder prices at Global Dairy Trade, the fortnightly auction platform of New Zealand Fonterra Cooperative, averaged $3,243 per ton, the highest since the $3,264 of August 5, 2014. Butter and anhydrous fat also touched a new high of $4,735 and $5,398 per metric ton, with an increase of 4.6% and 17.2% respectively. The prices of these three commodities are either matching or higher than the Indian market rates for SMP butter and AMF for ghee. Current global rates of SMP at Rs 240 per kg, of butter at Rs 355 and ghee or AMF at Rs 400 per kg create a huge opportunities for Indian dairy players to square off their current stock.
Thanks for watching Dairy News 7x7 channel with news update from last 7 days. To continue receiving update from this channel, I Kuldeep Sharma request you to subscribe this channel and share and like the video, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.